without shutting it off. Zoom in just a touch. Alright, that don't look too bad. Let me open up my other setup here. That way I can see what's going on. Alright. Okay. Welcome to Grumpy's LaidBak Carving. Let me turn that mess down. We can't have that. There you go. My bad, y'all. Don't need the sound on. Alright, hello, welcome. Let's see who we. Hey, it's Miss June. Hey, Miss June. Thank you for tuning in. Let me get my I can see glasses on here. I can't tie my clips wearing those. I need my readers. Alright, I'm gonna move this up in here so that way I can see better. Hey, there we go. Cool. Alright. Oh, we got a few people in there. Let's see. Dad's in here. Hey, man. Dad, how y'all doing? Oh. Let's see. I'm gonna tie these two clips. These are the ones that I've done in the live so far. So this won't be a terribly long live. It shouldn't. It should go kind of quick, I think. Let's see. Alright. I gotta see where I'm at with the camera. Back and forth. Here we go. Alright. This is my clips. Y'all see me tie them. I'm gonna take the tool and stretch out the end right here. Try to keep y'all on camera. This is weird. There's a delay. I got to quit watching my phone to see what I'm doing because that ain't gonna help me none. There's a delay going on right there, and this, I guess, the way YouTube flipped it. So, still trying to get used to this. All right, let's move this out of the way. This is the first one. I turned it into a dab spoon and gonna be a roach clip. So I sanded the end of it right here. Inserted drilled it, put the dab spoon in there. Did some UV epoxy to seal it in there so it's not coming back out. And once I get the roach clip attached to it, I'll straighten this out because it's not straight. I like that stuff to be symmetrical. It'll drive me crazy. Alright, I hope y'all can see what I'm doing. I think I got y'all in camera still. But I'm crimping my clip on there, trying to fold it down around without pinching that wood. I say it in all my videos, you can't pinch that wood. That's the integrity of the stick. If you pinch that and split it the first time somebody goes to clip something to it, it's going to break. It's not too bad. Alright, set that there. Hope everybody's having an awesome day. There's been a bunch of lives going on. I did a little one this morning, and then Robert did one, DeLand jumped on, and Steve jumped on, and it's just, there's lives everywhere. That's awesome though. Alright. And I do about 3 pulls, which is, it's over 6 foot line. I don't use it all, but I like to have extra. I don't want to run out. But kind of hold it down with my finger and get it started. You don't want it to fall off the end like it just tried to do though. Alright. And that tail is too long. Ow. Alright, and now you just start wrapping it down. Hold that thread real tight. You can hear it. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's jumping off the metal part down to the wood. And what I'll do is I'll wrap past that a little bit to build that thickness up for the thread. And I'll come back. Try to build that gap up where it's about the same thickness. That way it lays better when you wrap. But this thick thread don't pull in like the old stuff I used to use, so my wraps aren't as clean as they used to be. At least that's the excuse I'm going to use. It's probably the neuropathy. Alright, we got that pulled down. Now I'll get what I call the pigtail puller. It's some braided fishing line. Matthew suggested it a while back because I kept breaking my old stuff that I was using because I wrapped this part too tight. And let's see, hold on, y'all. I jumped the gun. Let me get back to the top. I wrapped that too tight anymore, and then when I go to pull it through, it kept snapping. I never thought about using the braided line, and Matthew had suggested using the braided line, and I finally got a hold of some, and I haven't broke a piece yet. Sucked it down my dust table there a few times, but I haven't broke any. But alright, I'm holding the pullers kind of straight, then I wrap it down. And again, like I said, if you wrap that, oh my hand's cramping. If you wrap that too tight, when you go to pull that through, it's going to snap. If it don't snap your puller, it'll snap your thread before you pull through. So you just have to be careful. It's just in what am I trying to say? Experience, I guess. Just the more you do it, the easier it'll get to you. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Miss Francis. Fly fishing lure? No, kinda. I mean, if you've ever wrapped a fly lure, it's the same principle. But no, this is roach clips for. I do medical marijuana here in my state, and chronic pain and all my craziness and stuff. I don't use pharmaceuticals. I use the herbal, and so. But I make roach clips and stuff like that mostly. Trying to get the stuff together to start doing pins too, because I make my blanks and it's the same principle the way I make my blanks as it would be to do a pin mold, I guess. And so it'd be kind of cool. All right, I was babbling, lost where I was. Say babble babble. Try not to drop this. When you wrap that, you can't let go of that black part, that black thread yet, because it will unwrap. And then if you try to, tighten it back up, you really need to unwrap it and then wrap it again, or it's not going to be the same. Wrap that around there, wrap that back around there. All right. And I got it wrapped around my fingers and stuff, holding it tight right there still. And now anymore, I wrap that too daggum tight, so I don't even try to pull it. I'll get my pencil. I get a pencil and wrap my puller around that pencil a few times to choke up on there. Ooh, there it goes. And then pull it through. All right. Get my chopping block again right here. Let's see, are we in the camera? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Right here, the wrap section. Don't cut that tail longer than the wrapper. It's going to stick out whenever you pull it through. So I always cut it real short. And then again, I I gotta choke up on this with the pencil. There it goes. Now, pull that down. Alright. I'm gonna put this down just so I don't get glue on nothing. Dropping everything. Alright, and then right here I just run my super glue on the thread and let it soak in just to kind of seal up the threads real good. Then it helps bind it to the clip to the stick better as well. This just gives a protective coating, as I would say, to the thread in case you burn it trying to light your joint. But I've said before too, if you're burning that trying to light your joint, you might not need to light your joint. I mean, you might be good already, right? Yeah. But back to where I was babbling earlier with the medical and whatnot, that's what I do these days, is all medical. I don't knock anybody that has to use pharmaceuticals, but pharmaceuticals just don't agree with me. They make grumpy a lot grumpier. So I've been away from pharmaceuticals for 7 years, 8 years, somewhere in there. Doctors had me on a bunch of crazy crap. There's a wonder I'm still here. Oh, but enough of that. Get back to the happy stuff. Alright, all I'm doing right here is just making sure that glue is spread around to all that thread real good. I want it to soak in real good. And that helps seal it up. Alright, I'm going to put that to the side. That one is done. It just needs to dry. Move this out of the way, make sure there's no glue anywhere. Wipe that off. Put my top back over there. Alright. Number 2. We did this one this morning on a live, and now I'm gonna get the clip ready to put onto that one. Alright, wallered out the clip with the tool. It's just they're kind of square, and just to makes it, if you stretch it out, it just wraps around there a little bit better when you go to tighten everything up. Oof, I gotta concentrate on this part, y'all. I have to do a lot of this by sight and almost muscle memory. Alright, I got a boogered up neck. Gives me a lot of neuropathy in my hands. That's why I don't power carve as much as I used to. I can't really control the Dremel like I like. Every now and then that bird will grab and just run away. And anybody that power carves, you know, when that happens, that leaves a nasty booger on your piece, and that just discourages the piss out of me. It hurts my feelings. I get butt hurt and I quit carving. But lathe work's not as bad. But this part right here, when my hands are boogery on me, I'll tend to mess this up. And like I said, you got to be careful clipping that right there. If you clip it too hard and split that stick, it's just garbage. You might as well throw it away, because it's going to break on somebody. And I don't want any of my clips to break on nobody. That's one thing I do pride myself in, is I don't if I don't like it and I know it's going to be used, I don't want it to go anywhere, because I don't want it to break. I don't want somebody to say, oh, he made me a piece of crap, it broke. No, that messes with me. I don't like that. Alright, I think that one's good to go. Alright, time to get back into the thread. Again, I'll do 3 pulls. I hold the spool about center of my chest and I reach out to one side with my arm. 1 pull, 2 pull, 3 pulls. And like I said, I'm 6 foot, so that's over 6 foot of line. Mr. Spike's in here. Heck yeah, how you doing? I hope you're doing good today. I keep forgetting I got that chat right there to look at. I get nervous, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Alright, hold that little tail down and then again start wrapping down. I hold it real tight. I wrap it down kind of like you would a fly jig or a fishing line or a fishing pole. Like if you had to rewrap an eye on a fishing pole or something like that, it's the same principle. And I just use my finger to kind of guide it and then just hold it tight and keep wrapping. I watch for the shine of that clip too through the thread. It tells me how, if I'm leading the line too far, too fast or whatever. It's hard to explain. And I hear it clicking, it's jumping off the metal now, so I'll build up the gap on the wood. And then go back down. Oh, see there? Just filled in just like that. Almost. There it goes. Nice. Alright. Holding my tension down right here. I'm getting, where's my puller? I'm fixing to lay the puller back out. Do another one. I tried to attach the puller to a stick to make it easier to pick up and handle. In theory, it sounded good, but it gets in my way when I'm wrapping. It starts beating and getting all in the way of my hand. So we just do it this way. I think I got you on camera. Yeah. Alright. Again, I'm just wrapping down. Make sure the line don't tangle up behind you. I hold it so tight right here when I pinch it and start wrapping it that it causes it to twist or untwist or whatever. And if I go too fast with it and don't check that slack behind me, that stuff twists up and tries to bird nest and knot all up. I'm gonna get that OBS software figured out to where I can bounce between cameras easier. Keep a camera out at the lathe and keep a camera in here, and then I can run my music in the background a little bit. I don't have the noise canceling stuff going on yet, and some people I know don't like listening to the equipment run, but I have to run my shop back for my dust collector. Oh goodness, come on fingers. Alright, hold on. Oh, alright. And this part here is, you got to get it wrapped just right too, that way, because you see my fingers, I'm holding the tension with it, so you got to wrap it around your finger just right so you got enough tension, and it's just it's a fiddle with thing. Once you figure it out, it's like, oh, okay. Like I said, I've been making these things for many years. Tying the clips always been like this. It's just I graduated from doing it all with my Dremel to using a lathe, and then I went from the stain and everything on the wood to now I'm playing with epoxy, and I kind of ADHD on certain aspects of it and run with it. And right now I'm on an epoxy fetish, I guess, but that's how you could say it. Again, don't cut if you cut that way out here when you pull through, it's going to stick down right here. And that's the whole point of this right here. No fuzzies, no knots, no lines, nothing sticking out. Nice and clean. Oh, yeah. That's right there. And let's see. Little bitty tail sticking right there. But that going down in there with the super glue on top of it, it's not going to come out. It's not going to come undone. I haven't had one come undone at all. And I've only had a couple break, and the one that broke that I know of that I sold to a customer, somebody told me she was just reckless, and I kind of laughed and I said, well, I'm still going to replace it. And I did. I gave them a new one day. And then another one I sent out years ago. The guy broke it, but he managed to fix it real good. And then I had, I think, one more that I know broke, but it was the ones that broke that wasn't from the person that was reckless. They had been in service, shoot, 5 years easy before they ever broke. So the quality is good. All right, time to glue this one. Once I get them glued, I'll turn my light off too with some UV, and we'll see how good they glow. I mean, we've seen it earlier, but for those who haven't seen it yet, maybe. There we go. All right, that's it right now. See, that's why I had the paper towel. I didn't catch it. I put too much glue on there too fast, and it dripped off. Normally I'll put a lot of glue on there, but I get there with the toothpick before it drips, and I walk that drip around for a while, and it soaks in that way, and I don't make a mess. But y'all couldn't see it fall off because it's on the bottom, but yeah, it dripped off on this one. But at least I know it's there, and I'm gonna wipe it up. I had that bite me a few months ago with the clip. I left it sitting there and didn't know I had glue there. When I picked the clip up, it had some white paint on it from my table. It wasn't hard to fix, so I polished it back off and couldn't tell any difference. Yeah, this has got a little too much glue on there, so I'm going to take the paper towel and just touch the bottom of it where it's trying to drip off, and it'll soak up on the paper towel some. Excuse me. I'll do that a few times. There you go. All right. Old Pat, your clip's just hanging there, boss man. No, you want one that you can use? I will make you one that I know you can use. I only sent that one because you said you wasn't using it and you was hanging it up. I didn't want that one to be sold because I think I spun it too thin where I attached the clip. But I do like seeing them hanging up on there. They do look good. The one with the rings, the cedar one, that one is it's good. It's not broken or nothing. It's just right here where I spun it and attached the clip. I think I spun it a little too thin. That cedar, it's a softer wood, and so if you're heavy-handed using it, you got to be careful. The other one that I sent you, I think that one was just a piece of pine, an old piece of 2x4 that I played with and did that on there, and that one should be a little bit stronger, but I think it's got a thin neck on it too. All right, these guys, let's see, that one's still wet. Where's my light? Y'all seen them all this morning, so I don't know how dark it's gonna get in there, but we'll see. It might show them a little bit. All right, let's see what we got. There's a delay on the camera. There you go. I said, the little one that's got the dab spoon in there, there's not as much green pigment with the glow in that one. and then the bigger one, I had ran out of my black when I was pouring these molds, because I had like 5 of them set up, and I was going back and forth with each mold, and then I didn't realize how much black I had dumped out, and before I knew it, I was out of it. So, but heck yeah, they got a good glow to them. Turn that back on. Check on the mask. Don't want to leave no glue sitting nowhere. Wipe all that up. And then let's see. I think when I did the test run, my very first live one I did for a few minutes, I was doing this piece of wood. This is a piece that I got from Bazzi. It's hop horn beam. They call it ironwood or whatever. And it's got some cool color and some awesome grain. But when I had it on the lathe, let's see, I was turning it. The thicker end was the end that was hooked to my motor, and then the thin end was on the tailstock. And then as I got down and done, I was getting ready to polish and turn and part it off. And I've already sanded it real good and everything, but I wanted to get the very end of it polished while it was on the lathe. So I undid it from the centers and put it in my jaw chuck and grabbed the skinny end right here. And let me see. I don't think I'm in camera. Alright, grab the skinny end that my thumb's holding. I tried to grab that end by the motor, and then when I was turning, trying to knock the thicker end off, I had a catch, and that first catch, it boom, it exploded the stick. I could mount it back up and recover with it, but it would be way smaller. It would probably just be like a dab spoon by itself, no roach clip on it. But yeah, that's what I did with that. I have another piece of it, but it's got a split, and so I'm gonna wait until I get a vacuum chamber and stabilize it, and then turn that piece. And then this was let's see where we go. We in there? Oh. Yeah, this was a piece of the crab apple that Mr. Bazzi sent me when he sent me the hopcorn beam. It turned out pretty good. That's with just the sandpaper and then the Yorkshire polish on top of it. But yeah, I like that one. Hey Butler, how you doing? Oh, see, I can't see all the chat. I don't know who's all out there. We got a few people watching. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. I'm probably fixing to end this. I just wanted to tie these 2 clips because it was I did them on the live, so I don't have a video for me tying them, so I wanted to go ahead and get them done that way. I do have one more that I have to tie, but I'm making a video of that one, so I'm not going to put that one in the video, in this video, or in this live, whatever. I get tongue-tied. What kind of thread do you use with your clips? Right now, it's, let's see, this one that I used was 100% nylon, what I used today. I used to use it was a cotton nylon mix, but it was old. I mean, I had that spool of thread for years, and it run out on me, and when it run out, I can't find anything similar to it. That's what's aggravating me about tying my clips, is I'm a creature of habit, and I was used to using that size thread. And when I bought some new thread, we bought, what did we get? We got some heavy duty nylon. Or no, this is heavy duty polyester, and it's too thick. Whenever when I wrap it, that thickness, it messes with me. It covers too much too fast, and so I can't get my wrap to look as clean. And then that's kind of how it is now. This stuff here is a little bit thinner than the heavy duty, but it's still a touch too thick. I want something a little bit thinner, but I need something strong. If it's cotton, I break that. I have a roll, what is it, 5/3 weight on cotton, and it's about the thickness that I was used to using in the past, but it's too weak. You see the way I choke up on it when I can wrap up on that and just break it with my hands. So when I'm trying to tie the sticks, that was too thin for me, so it was snapping. And, So I had to get something thicker. But I said, I'm still trying to find what I want. And there's just no thread options in the stores like there used to be. When I bought the old thread I was using, Walmart had daggum an aisle and a half, it seemed like a thread. And now you go up in there and it's not even an end cap's worth. So, and it was about the same way when I went to Michael's. So yeah, it's just now I just have to kind of experiment and try to find the right stuff. Hey Ramses, how you doing? I like that video you put up the other day with the beauty in Egypt. I'm telling you, if I ever hit the lottery, I want to go see the pyramids. That is for sure. Hey Billy. Well, the like I said with the thread cotton, the old stuff I had, I couldn't hardly read the label on it anymore. It was all wore off and it was bad. It was, but it's so daggum old. It was I think it was less than $1 for the roll. You know, it was old stuff, but it was a cotton mix. I think because I tried to read it and it looked like it was so much cotton and so much something else, but it worked out great because when I put the glue on there, it would soak in just right. And like I said, it just, I'm a creature of habit. You know, I used it for years and it was like surprise. I always joked about it being the never ending roll because it never ran out. And then it finally ran out and I was sad. But yeah, I got a mix of stuff so far. And like I said, I finally just started using the smaller of the poly, of the nylon. Is that what it is? Yeah, the thinner stuff, but it's strong enough that y'all see the way I choke up on hold the tension. You know, if I do that with the cotton threads and stuff, it breaks on me. So I guess I'm better to use the nylon or the polyester, something that's stronger. It's just the thickness. But yeah, I'm babbling. But, thank you for showing up, Ramses. That's pretty cool. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay, Miss Francis, I will. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I gotta send your sticker off. I have been wanting to send it, but I want to send you something as well. So it's like I haven't mailed it off yet, and I'm I I don't have the equipment to do a pin just yet, and so I can't do that. But I do have some other stuff that I'm gonna go through, and so yeah, is I gotta wait for my check to drop again so I can cover shipping, and as soon as that hits there, I'm gonna have it out to you. I can drop the sticker by itself in the mail tomorrow, but I got postage and stuff to do that. But I was just trying to wait to send it right when I sent everything. Hey, Spike, thank you, man. Let's see, trying to get. So this one, I say it's got the dab spoon on there for concentrates and everything, and then the roach clip to hold the joint. And then again, this one's just a regular roach clip, but the bottom's flat. That way, well, my table's uneven because of all my epoxy spills and stuff, but it'll stand up on its own. And I make some of them with a little bit wider base. That way people can stand them up and not worry about it falling over. But for now, that's what I got. Oh no, I am worried about it because I appreciate that little box you sent me. That was really special for me. So yeah, I want to return the favor for sure. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for jumping in here and watching and listening to my babble. I know I babble a lot, and I guess that's the the downside of my medicine. But hey, at the same time, it's happy babble, right? I'd rather have my medicine make me happy than off daggum loopy. But Y'all have an awesome day. And again, thank you so much for watching. I'm fixing to pop you out of the mount, so y'all are going to be a little bit of turbulence. Don't get motion sick. Oh, there we go. All right, let me see. Oh, shrink, shrink, shrink. There we go. Get a little better shot of this. The camera just doesn't do. Here we go. There's a better shot of some of that what did you call it? Pearlescence, metallic, whatever. Videos don't never. Come on, focus. It's hard to get justice for these sticks to a video. They look so much better in person. And it's got all that metallic shine. That's what I like about it. I like to try to get that galaxy effect and whatnot with the swirls and stuff. All right. Thank you again, y'all. Y'all have an awesome weekend. Everybody stay safe. And again, thank you so much.